In this video, I'm going to build every major ship in the original Star Wars trilogy, starting from small ones and getting bigger and bigger. First, I grabbed this useful piece and then I attached plates to all four sides of it. And already, our LEGO TIE Fighter is complete. So, what do you think, Darth Vader?
I find your lack of skill disturbing.
This iconic ship is known for its wings, so I used these hinge pieces to make two pairs of them. Also, I found these skiing pieces which were perfect to use as laser cannons. Then, brick by brick, I built the main body of the ship, attached the wings, and now we only have to move them into position, and the X-Wing can take out our TIE Fighter. For the A-Wing, I gathered a small pile of pieces and started building. This was the first prototype I came up with. But it didn't look accurate, so I disassembled it and began constructing a new version. And it turned out like this. I used plates for the main body of the ship and then attached the engines later on. Yet, it still doesn't look that good, but I'm sure the next build will be better. Wait, what was that? Was that Darth Vader? Never mind. The TIE Bomber is basically just an extension of the TIE Fighter. So I took my time and designed the two halves of the ship, and now just have to figure out how to connect them. To do that, I rotated this part, which allowed me to snap both halves together. That made the build unsymmetrical, but I fixed this by adding a single tile. Finally, after a few final changes, our TIE Bomber is complete. This time, I wanted to make a plan first. So our ship has a cockpit, a middle section, and two large engines. And that was a brilliant plan. So I got to work and used some round bricks to make the two engines. And using these pieces, I could stick them to the middle section. Next, using the sideways building technique, I built the cockpit, which turned out like this. And then I connected everything, and finally I added some grill pieces for detail. With that, the Y-Wing is complete. I knew Darth Vader's TIE Fighter was just a normal TIE Fighter but extended in length, so I crushed the old one and added larger wings on the sides. Afterwards, I crafted the rear section. For the top, I tried using this round piece but it didn't look good, so I tried using this round piece but it didn't look good, so I tried using this round piece but it didn't look good, so I tried these two smaller round pieces but they didn't look good, so I settled on the tiled version of them. Well, we can now have fun with our build. This one is going to be hard because of the angular wing shapes. So I found these pieces that would make perfect wings, but there was a problem. I only had 2 pairs instead of 4. Therefore, I searched every place where I thought the pieces would be, only to realize after a long time that I was searching in the wrong place. I got them! Now, I only had to add them to the others. I grouped the wings into pairs but had to figure out how to connect those. I figured that I could use this plate with a hole to attach it like that and then link both pairs together. But the build looked ugly and was fragile. But I didn't find another way to connect them. So I gave up. Until I suddenly thought of this piece and realized it could also attach the same way as you can see here. Oh wait, that seems wrong. So I made this bit longer and our hardest build yet is complete. Step number 1, gather a pile of pieces. Step number 2, build the cockpit. Step number 3, build the rest, but as you can see the wings were too thick. Now I had these plates, but how would I connect them? This doesn't work. The wing is not centered. So again I wanted to use these hinge pieces which were in the pile of pieces I gathered before. Wait, where did it go? So I had to search for other hinge pieces and finally built this complicated thing. Next, I built the engine, which was way easier. Oh wait, it's facing the wrong way. Sadly, the ship is not symmetrical, but why should it matter? Easy. I found some round pieces, took the cockpit of a B-wing, and created this blob. Maybe not that easy. It was time for prototype number 2. As you can see here, the cockpit is attached like this. But that build is 3 plates tall. Then I changed the build until it was way flatter. This looked a lot better. The engines were added next, but the front was a bit harder as these plates would collide. Again, I took this plate and added custom wings and a docking bay. I placed the top, added the laser cannon, and the famous radar dish. And here we have the famous Millennium Falcon. The shape of a Slave 1 is very important, so I built the base first. Then I connected a line of bricks to build the nose and cockpit. The cannons were resembled by these plates I used earlier, and after attaching the wings on both sides, this fairly easy build is ready to catch some criminals. This is one of my favorite ships in the Star Wars galaxy. As always, I reached out to my hinge pieces in combination with triangular plates to achieve the angled side wings. And the third wing I just put on top, which could be
An illegal building technique.
What are you doing back there, Darth Vader?
Nothing.
So with the wings built, I crafted a simple cockpit, and now take a look at this ship. The Emperor personally is inside. Now it's going to land. Oops. I survived! I'm really excited about this one because it is the first Star Wars ship that ever appeared. But you know it, right? I started building the ship, but it didn't work. I tried everything I knew, but maybe it was just that I was not good enough. So there's no other solution. Hey you. Yes, you. What's wrong? Oh, I see. Don't worry, it's just one ship. You can't make everything perfect. Besides, this video shouldn't be perfect. That's not reality. Well, the next ship seems fun, so keep going. You're welcome. Now go on. Moving on, this ship is one of the biggest ones the rebels had. This build was pretty straightforward. So what's missing now is the front part. I used stick pieces to connect the brick like this, and then just stacked some plates to build the rest. So with that, we already completed this build. This is probably the biggest ship of the rebels. First, I laid out a base. Then I added lots of snot pieces on the sides and snap pieces onto their sides as well. These blue tiles I added are hangers. When that was done, I tiled off the top, and in the middle I left some studs to attach some pods. This one is not that accurate, but I think it looks alright. The Star Destroyer. A simple shape, some engines, the iconic bridge. Even though it looks simple, this ship is just so cool. Fun fact, it was the first one I built for this video. Now let's move on. This is basically the crown jewel of this video. The plan is to make a ball and attach a dish to it. That's why I grabbed black plates and built 6 sides. On 2 of them, I added white bricks and clicked on the other sides until I got this really cool sphere. Now it is time for a short break. Alright, I'm back, but where's the Death Star? Ah, there it is. Now let's add the radar dish. I'm happy this doesn't actually work.
So you think I secretly stole the pile of pieces you made and snuck behind the box, and during your break, I modified it and hid inside. When I press this button, this world will be no more.
Superman! No! Hey, I'm just made out of plastic. No need for that. You finished the video. Now I can die in peace. So I guess this is the end of our journey. Subscribe, please.